If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine, and maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them, from disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Comedy on this Friday with episodes of My Friend Irma starring Marie Wilson, Fred Allen, and an episode of the Jack Webb Show, a comedy show, believe it or not, from 79 years ago. An episode of Fibber McGee and Molly, where Molly returns to the program after illness, and the adventures of Jungle Jim. That's what's coming up on this Friday. This is the 18th day of April, 108th day of the year. We have 257 days left in 2025. An earthquake with an estimated magnitude of 7.9 and fire destroyed much of San Francisco on this date in 1906. Chrissy Martin Stein was 8 years old at the time.
With the house shaking, the windows rattling, the doors rattling, and the house kind of creaking, you know. It was scary.
I can't disagree with that assertion. I mean, I have been through some earthquakes in my time, and that just, the one I recall most is when I was in Las Vegas. And I was asleep, and the person I was living with at the time comes in and says, Wyatt, it's an earthquake. I said, quit rocking the waterbed. And I was in a recliner. We didn't have a waterbed. I hadn't had one for a number of years. 1923, the house that Ruth built, Yankee Stadium, opened in 1923. Recorded on this date in 1939, Gene Autry's biggest hit, Back in the Saddle Again. Although it's long been, by the way, associated with Autry, the original version was written by Ray Whitley for the film Border G-Man, starring George O'Brien, Lorraine Day, and Ray Whitley, in which Whitley and his 6-bar Cowboys sang the song. League of Nations dissolved on this date in 1946, the predecessor to the United Nations, and largely ineffective. More ineffective than the United Nations has been. 1978, the Senate voted 68-32 to ratify the Panama Canal Treaties, which turned the canal over to Panama at the end of 1999. President Carter pushed for ratification, and he spoke after the Senate vote.
The negotiations that led to these treaties began 14 years ago, and they continued under 4 administrations. I'm proud that they reached their conclusion while I was president.
Still concerns me to this day that we gave up the canal and that the Chinese government came in and was basically running the canal. That was basically a national security threat. A suicide bomber destroyed the U.S. Embassy in Beirut on this date in 1983. 63 people were killed.
This criminal attack on a diplomatic establishment will not deter us from our goals of peace in the region. We will do what we know to be right. Ambassadors Habib and Draper, who are presently in Beirut, will continue to press in negotiations for the earliest possible total withdrawal of all external forces.
It was the deadliest attack on a U.S. diplomatic mission up to that time and is considered the beginning of Islamist attacks on U.S. targets. The man who played a tough guy on TV, Beretta, accused and charged with shooting his wife to death.
Detectives of LAPD have arrested Robert Blake for the May 4th, 2001 murder of his wife, Bonnie Lee Bakley. Earl Caldwell, an employee of Blake's, is also in custody.
Robert Blake acquitted of the murder of Bonnie Lee Bakley in 2005. Blake passed away in March of 2023 at the age of 89, but the charges came down on him on this date in 2002. The new Spanish Prime Minister announced on this date in 2004 they would withdraw all their troops from Iraq as soon as possible. That abrupt reversal from Spain criticized by Virginia's Republican Senator John Warner.
If they are not willing to stay in Iraq, they could prove that they're still with us in the war on terrorism by sending those 1,300 Spanish troops to Afghanistan. We need their help there.
And this is one of the issues we face, that the U.S. keeps getting called in to be the world's peacekeeper. And that's not our job. It really isn't, but we have defaulted to that. The Supreme Court upheld the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act on this date in 2007 in a 5-4 decision. Passing away on this date in history, journalist Ernie Pyle, Nobel Prize laureate Albert Einstein, Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl, football player, pro wrestler, died from diabetes and kidney failure, and a guy who would do just about anything, Wahoo McDaniel, passing away on this date. TV host and producer Dick Clark, founding Dick Clark Productions on this date in 2012, and pro wrestling legend Bruno Sammartino, all passing away on this date in history. Birthdays include attorney Clarence Darrow, the original man who said, "Here come the judge, here come the judge." That was Pigmeat Markham. Guitarist Tony Mottola. Also, the original Della Street on Perry Mason Television, Barbara Hale, born on this date, as was Clarence Gatemouth Brown, all born on the 18th day of April.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
The star of the original Parent Trap movie, Haley Mills, 79 years old today. Actor James Woods is 77. Rick Moranis, you remember him from SCTV, Ghostbusters, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? And as he said in an interview, he harbors no illusions of starring in any action movies.
To me, all the characters are very different. The other side of the question is I don't get offered Arnold Schwarzenegger roles. Don't ask me why. I just don't.
Because he's too darn funny. Rick Moranis, 72 years old today. The actor brother of Julia Roberts, Eric Roberts, is 69. From The Young and the Restless, Melody Thomas Scott is 67. You remember this man from all of his puppets, and they're all, distinct, wonderful characters. Jeff Dunham, 63.
So, Ahmed, no, it's Ahmed. That's what I said. No, you said Ahmed. It's Ahmed. Silence! I kill you! How do you spell it? What? How do you spell your name? Oh, let's see. A C Flim. Silence!
Ahmed the Dead Terrorist, also Peanut and Walter and Jose Jalapeno Onistique. Jeff Dunham, 63 today. Turning 62 from Will and Grace, Eric McCormick.
It's amazing, you go to bed looking like Courtney Cox and you wake up Courtney Love.
It's amazing, isn't it? Eric McCormick, 62 today. Conan O'Brien is 62. The 10th Doctor Who, David Tennant, is 54. From Clarissa Explains It All and the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart, 49. From Pretty Little Liars, Bryce Johnson is 48. Kourtney Kardashian is 46. And from Superstore and Ugly Betty, America Ferrara is 41.
Look, I need to plan a mode-worthy party for $500. Get Daniel a new assistant, and get Justin a signed photo of Lindsay Lohan in 2 days. I'm kind of busy.
A little busy there. America Ferrara, 41. That's from Ugly Betty, by the way. From Transformers, Rosie Huntington Whiteley, 38. And from Agents of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Chloe Bennett is 33. Those are just a few of the people celebrating the 18th day of April as their birthday. If this is your birthday...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
All right, now don't let Jimmy get out of control here. Our friend Jimmy in Boston loves My Friend Irma. And we'll have an episode coming up next from 78 years ago, April 18th, 1947, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
The crusade for freedom is a crusade for your freedom and mine. The truth dollars people send the crusade for freedom help preserve our own freedom, even as they get the truth and hope to people behind the Iron Curtain. Truth dollars help finance Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia, the most effective weapons Western democracy has for countering lies and distortion. Send your contribution to The Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster. That's Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
I joke a lot about our good friend Jimmy in Boston, who is the head of the Marie Wilson fan club. He just loves My Friend Irma so much that a few years ago he got me a gorgeous gift. And it is a matte frame of Marie Wilson with a Radio Guide magazine and a Marie Wilson comic book and a nice autographed photo and all that. Beautiful, beautiful piece. If you go to classicradio.stream, it's in there somewhere. But Jimmy loves Marie Wilson. And I think one of the things that Jimmy enjoys is the way that we don't just do these shows and throw the shows out there. We try to talk a little bit about the shows. And I'll talk a little bit about Marie Wilson and My Friend Irma. An episode here from 78 years ago, April 18th, 1947, as Al, Al's managing a prize fighter. How wrong could that go?
The Columbia Broadcasting System presents a new comedy,
My Friend Irma.
starring Marie Wilson as Irma and Kathy Lewis as Jane, with John Brown as Al.
Friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, theirs will still be hot. My friend Irma.
You know, friendship is a thing that's been around all through the ages. Like measles. Measles you can get rid of, but not my friend Irma. Do you know something? I never want to get rid of Irma because I sincerely love that girl. So I'm going to continue to live with her through thick and thin, although at times it's trying. Now, take, for example, when I was trying to straighten out our finances and fix up a budget for us. Naturally, I had to ask Irma a few simple questions. So I said, Irma, honey, how much money did you save last January?
None.
Well, that's silly. You worked all month. How come?
I bought a fur trim coat.
Well, how about February?
I was still paying for the coat.
In March?
I didn't pay for the coat in March.
April?
In April, I paid a lawyer for getting me out of trouble for not paying for the coat in March.
Now, honey, please be serious. We've got to work on a budget so that we won't be in the position we were in last year of having to use up all our savings in order to pay our taxes.
Jane, we won't have to pay taxes this year.
Why not?
Because my boyfriend Al says income taxes are fat and it's sure to blow over.
Al said that?
Yes, and that's why he's not going to pay any this year. Instead, he's going to use the money to buy himself a new suit.
Irma, I've got news for you. If Al doesn't pay his taxes, the government will supply him with a new suit. With stripes.
Well, I hope there'll be pinstripes. Al looks so cute in them.
Well, honey, you forget Al. You know, there are other guys in this world besides Al.
Oh, I know, Jane, and one of the boys at the office sort of has an eye on me.
Really?
So I told him I like him, but my heart belongs to Al. But that didn't discourage him.
Why not?
He said he loved me for my mind.
Believe me, Al's got a better deal. Now listen, Irma, my boss, Richard Rhinelander's coming over later to take me out, so let me get together the rent money to pay Mrs. O'Reilly, the landlady. Huh? Now, what have we got in our cookie jar?
3 graham crackers and 32 cents.
Oh, well, I guess it must be in the sugar bowl. Yeah, here it is, 10, 20, 30, and I'll take $10 from my purse and $10 from your purse, and that'll be an even $50 to pay the rent with. And that's all the money we have in the world.
Jane, why must we take all our money and give it to Mrs. O'Reilly?
Well, because she's our landlady and she happens to own the building.
Well, if she already owns the building, what does she need our money for?
She needs it for overhead.
Well, it's a good thing to need it for. Our ceiling's been leaking for months.
Well, any way you look at it, we have to give her the money. Now, look, honey, if she comes up and I happen to be busy dressing, you pay her the $50 and be sure to get a receipt. You think you can handle that?
Certainly, Jane. What do you think I am? Dumb?
Irma, I'm kind of sorry you asked me that.
Why?
I might have to answer it.
Oh. Jane, do you hear someone knocking?
Yes, let's open the door. It might be someone we'd like to know.
Oh, no, we've got all the friends we need.
Oh, well, what's the use? Come in.
Hiya, chicken. Hello, Janie.
Oh, look, Jane, it's Al.
Yes, I know. The change purse in my pocketbook is quivering.
You know, Jane, it's lucky for you I'm not sensitive, or I wouldn't let you in on this big deal I got going.
Before you tell me about any new big deal, genius, what happened to the money we gave you to help finance that new washing machine invention?
Oh, that's going to be the biggest thing in the country. Do you realize it dries clothes, presses them, and sews buttons on shirts?
What about washing the shirts?
When we solved that, we got the whole problem licked.
Al, have you ever wondered why I keep picking on you?
No, Janie. But now that you brought it up, why do you?
Well, I sort of got a theory that everybody in this world should have some kind of steady employment. That seems strange to you?
Oh, I believe in it myself. That's why you are now looking at the manager of the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Who is he, Al?
Tiger McGurk. Girls, I'm telling you, the minute I laid eyes on the Tiger, I knew he was a champ. You see, I'm in this tavern over on 3rd Avenue, see? And I noticed the Tiger working there serving drinks. Well, suddenly there was a commotion because some no-good phony wouldn't pay for his beer. And the Tiger rushed in and threw the bum out on the sidewalk.
Gee, Al, did he hurt you?
Please, chicken. Now, girls, I can enter Tiger McGurk at the Elks Club in the preliminaries. And all I need is a little capital.
Goodbye, Al. Your story has touched me. But you won't.
Oh, look, Jane, honey, am I the type of a guy...
I don't know what you're going to say, but you're the type.
But why are we standing here gabbing? By an odd coincidence, I just happen to have the Tiger right outside. I'll have him in, and you can look him over yourself.
Oh, now, just a minute, Al. We don't want any prize fighters in here. This is not an annex of Stillman's gym.
Oh, he won't bother you. He'll just come in and walk around quietly on his heels.
Sure, Jane. Let him come in. You're making a mole out of a groundhog.
Okay, you will now meet the one and only Tiger McGurk. I'll just whistle.
The answer's that. His name ought to be Lassie McGurk.
You called me, boss. I run all the way up the steps.
Girls, this is the Tiger.
The Tiger? From the pouch on him, he looks more like a kangaroo.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Tiger.
Thanks, lady. Hey, boss, I'm hungry.
I told you mustn't eat before the fight.
Yeah, but 3 days before?
Jane, I think he's cute.
And I think we've seen enough. Al, will you please tell the Tiger to peddle his muscles elsewhere?
Oh, now, wait a minute, Jane. He's just getting started. Tiger, would you like to skip a little rope for the girl?
Okay, boss.
Oh, I'll take my nylons off the clothesline, Mr. Tiger, and you can use that.
No, Irma, no. Mr. McGurk, please. This is not the place. No. You're shaking the whole building.
Get a load of that floor.
No, please. Mrs. O'Reilly, our landlady. Please. Mrs. O'Reilly, our landlady, lives downstairs. You'll crack her ceiling. Well, stop it.
Okay.
What in the name of heaven's going on
up there.
Oh, dear. We're sorry we disturbed you, Mrs. O'Reilly.
Disturbed was it now? You realize the ceiling just came down, plaster and all on me poor husband.
Oh, dear. Was he hurt?
No, but it's the first time he's ever been plastered on the outside.
Well, we won't let it happen again, Mrs. O'Reilly.
Well, you'd better not. Now stop your moaning, dearie. I'll be digging you out in a minute. Girls, today's the first of the month. I'll be up for me rent later.
Oh, we've got it for you, Mrs. O'Reilly. Al, will you and Tiger McGurk please get lost?
Tiger, go down and run around the block a couple of times. I want to talk to the girls. Private.
Gotcha, boss. Well, so long, lady. See you later.
Good luck tonight, champ. Bye.
Well, girls, what do you say? You want to back the Tiger and hop on the bandwagon?
No, I think we'll hitchhike and stay honest.
Okay, you had your chance. I withdraw my offer.
It's accepted. Irma, sweetie, I'm going to go down to the drugstore to buy some of that special perfume that Richard likes, you know. And now, if Mrs. O'Reilly comes up while I'm gone, here's the $50 rent money for her, and you be sure to get a receipt. You think you can handle it?
Certainly, Jane. Jane?
Yes?
Why don't we give Al the money for the Tiger? He looks like a sure thing to me.
Oh, honey, we just made out a budget which leaves no surplus for stray fighters that Al manages.
Yes, but Jane, what if he turns out to be another John L. Dempsey?
Irma, are you really dumb or are you just acting stupid?
I've got you over a barrel, haven't I?
Why did I ever leave Wyoming?
Wyoming? Isn't that silly? You know, Jane told me she was born in West Dakota. Al, honey, I'm awful sorry. I really did my best.
I know, chicken, but that's just me. Hard luck, Al. Here I got a chance to clean up on the Tiger, and I can't get a break.
Gee, Al, I wish there was something I could do.
You tried your best, kid. But you know, Irma, I don't really care about the money for myself. It's you I was thinking about.
Gee, Al, you're so sweet.
You see, I figured that if the Tiger could win a couple of fights, it might be possible for you and I to walk down that middle aisle.
Together?
If you want it that way. But, chicken, since we couldn't persuade Jane to give me the money, I can't enter the Tiger in a fight tonight. So I guess we'll have to postpone our marriage for about 10 years.
Gee, Al, I wish I had some extra money. You see, the only money I've got is this $50 rent money, but I've got to give it to that Mrs. O'Reilly. Oh, I'm so sorry, Al.
Don't let it bother you, kid. I understand. You know, Irma, that's just one of life's funny twists. Here you are giving $50 to a dame who's got a house and don't need the dough, and here $50 would solve all of our problems and make all our dreams come true.
Al, I have an idea. If I took the $50 Jane gave me and gave it to Mrs. O'Reilly and gave it to...
No, thanks, chicken. I couldn't take it. But keep talking.
Well, don't you see, Al? If the Tiger's such a cinch to win, you could return the money right after the fight. I'd pay our rent, and Jane won't have to know anything about it. Here, Al, honey, take the money.
No, kid, you might get in trouble with Jane.
Oh, she'll never know. Take it, Al.
Okay, Irma. Gee, you're wonderful. And believe me, you'll never lose by this.
Oh, I know, Al. I've got confidence in you. But just tell me one thing. Is the Tiger really a great fighter?
Chicken, why do you think Joe Louis took up golf?
And now it's the Sportsman's Quartet with Lud Gluskin and his orchestra and their own special arrangement of Nellie Bly.
Hi, Nellie, ho, ho, Nellie. Listen, lady love, to me, to me. I will play and sing for you the sweetest melody. Oh, Nellie, won't you listen while I sing to thee? Nellie Bly, bring the broom along. We'll sweep the kitchen clean, my dear, and have a little song. Oh, Nellie has a voice
Like a turtle dove,
and when she sings so pretty like
my heart just drips with love.
drip, 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 hi, hi, Nellie, ho, ho, Nellie. Listen, lady love, to me, to me. I will play and sing for you the sweetest melody. Oh, Nellie, won't you listen while I play for thee? Nellie Bly has a light in the corner of her eye. And oh, it makes me so tongue-tied. My, to hear the hoot, Nellie. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie. Listen, lady love, to me. I will always love you till the day I die. Oh, sweet Nellie Bly.
Hey, for you, kid.
Hi-ho, Nellie, hi-ho.
Having finished making out our budget and paying our rent, I felt pretty secure. Just to play safe, I said, Irma, honey, did you take care of the rent money?
Yes, Jane, I took care of it.
So, financially, I was sailing on a cloud. And romantically, I was higher than a cloud because tonight I was going to go out with my dream man, Richard Rhinelander. He was due in a few minutes, so I decided to fill up the time by doing a little daydreaming. Which appeals to me because it's the one thing that Irma can't complicate. Now I'm dreaming that I'm Mrs. Richard Rhinelander III, and we're honeymooning on the beautiful French Riviera. Soft lights, dreamy music. As we walk along under the stars, Richard takes me in his arms and says,
Jane, should I empty the garbage now?
That's Irma, jerking me back to reality. You know, I'm not even safe from that girl in a dream. Irma, what is it you want to know?
Well, should I empty the garbage now?
Irma, do you realize that I have just left the Riviera to talk to you?
The Riviera?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was wonderful. Wouldn't you like to take a trip around the world?
Oh, no, Jane. There's too many other places I'd like to see first.
Well, we started tidying up the apartment for Richard, and while I was busy sweeping the dust from under the rug where Irma had swept it, I noticed that Irma was vacuuming in the hall. I said, Irma, why are you vacuuming in the hall? And she said,
Well, I've finished in the apartment and the dust bag isn't full yet.
You know, it's amazing that a vacuum cleaner, which in most people's hands is merely a household gadget, in Irma's hands becomes a deadly weapon.
Jane?
Yeah?
I've got everything fixed up real nice for Richard's arrival. I put candy in the candy bowl. I put cologne on the paper flowers so they'd smell nice. And I've done something especially for you.
You did? What?
I loosened the bulb in the lamp.
Why?
So that when you and Richard are sitting on the couch, all you have to do is nudge it with your elbow and the light'll go out.
Oh, listen, honey. I appreciate what you're trying to do for Richard and me, but, sweetie, if you really want to do me a favor, please be careful what you say to him, huh?
I will.
You know, he'll be real proud that I managed to fix up a budget for us because Richard, even though he's a millionaire, he believes in things like a penny saved is a penny earned.
That's cute. I know one, too. Early to bed and early to rise makes me healthy, wealthy, and sleepy. Now, you give one to me.
Irma, I'm not playing games. I'm merely giving quotations that Richard and his father believe in. Business principles like, never put off until tomorrow what you can do today.
Well, that's where they're wrong. I always put off until tomorrow what should be done today.
You do?
Yeah, I make a lot of overtime that way.
Well, don't let Richard hear you say that, huh? He might not understand.
Oh, excuse me. All right, Jane.
What's the matter with you, Irma? What are you so nervous about?
Oh, I'm not nervous. Just wish Al would telephone and tell me if the Tiger won.
Oh, who cares if he wins or loses? We didn't invest any money in him.
Well, I feel almost as if we had.
Oh, you wanted to, didn't you? But I wouldn't let you. Imagine Al. Imagine him trying to line up a sucker to back that broken-down fighter. Isn't that silly?
Yes.
You needn't get hysterical. It's not the most attractive side of you, you know.
Gee, I'm as nervous as a cat about to have puppies.
Well, take it easy, honey. We haven't got a worry in the world.
Yeah, you haven't a worry in the world. Jane.
Yeah?
Even though there's nothing to worry about, promise me we'll always be friends.
Oh, honey. Sure we will. I may be stern with you at times, and I just hate myself for it, honest, but believe me, there's nothing that can ever break up our friendship.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Come in. Hello, Richard.
Oh, hello, Jane. Irma, nice seeing you.
Won't you sit down, Richard?
Oh, thank you, Jane. Well, now, what have you girls been doing with yourselves?
Oh, well, I've just finished putting Irma and me on a budget.
Splendid. Splendid. I think being on a budget is a smart economical move. I admire you, Jane, for having such a well-developed sense of financial responsibility. Few girls have.
Thank you, Richard.
Yes, Dad and I have often discussed financial discipline at our board meetings. We feel that paying one's bills, taxes, or otherwise can help to combat inflation.
Yes, indeed.
You know the new fiscal year of 1947 has a great potential in the direction of economic upheaval. Unless consumer goods stabilize the country, will have to be continued on page 19.
Irma, what is that?
I don't know. I never turned to page 19.
Well, it's getting late, isn't it? Isn't it? I think I'll get my hat, and then we'll be off, Richard.
Oh, fine, Jane. Well, Irma, you seem a bit preoccupied tonight.
Well, I'm worried about Al and Tiger McGurk. Al should have phoned by now.
Al?
Yes, you remember Al, my boyfriend? Well, he's managing a fighter, and there's a fight tonight, and, well, a lot depends on it.
Well, I must say that Al of yours is a very enterprising young man.
Oh, sure, last year he had a racehorse.
Is that so?
Yes, he even had an invention that went with the horse.
An invention?
Yes, it was an electric circuit with live wires that went under the horse's saddle to make him run faster.
Well, that's unusual.
Yes, but something went wrong. The horse won the race, but the jockey was electrocuted.
And now your Al has a prize fighter.
Yeah, and can you imagine, Richard, he tried to get Irma and me to back him, but I refused. I said that we'd made a budget and we'd stick to it. Well, come on, Richard, we don't want to be late for the movie. Irma, honey, why don't you come with us?
No, thanks, Jane. I have to wait here for Al so he can tell me how the tiger makes out.
Oh, forget the tiger. You act like you had money on him.
Yeah, don't I?
Come on, sweetie. Come on to the movie with Richard and myself. You'll like the picture. It's The Guilt of Janet Ames.
Thanks, Jane. I'll stay here with the guilt of Irma Peterson.
Goodbye, Irma.
Goodbye, honey. I'm sorry you're not coming with us. We'll see you later.
Oh, gee, I'm so nervous. I hope Al comes back before Mrs. O'Reilly comes for the rent. Well, that must be Al now. Come in, Al. Oh, it's you, Mrs. O'Reilly. Well, what can I do for you?
Well, Irma, I just finished reading my horoscope. Jupiter's in direct vertigo with Saturn. And Sagittarius is just in back of Capricorn, leaving Aries near Pluto.
Oh, what does all that mean?
The rent is due.
Oh, is it rent day already? Why, it seems only yesterday that we paid you for last month.
It was yesterday, dearie. You were 30 days late. And now if I can have me $50, I'll be going.
Well, now, don't be in such a hurry, Mrs. O'Reilly. Come in and we'll chat a little.
Well, I don't mind if I do, Irma. I've got a sort of a soft spot in my heart for you two girls.
Well, what's new, Mrs. O'Reilly?
Well, Mrs. O'Malley had twins last night, and her husband... Now, just a minute there. You're getting me off the subject.
Oh, I wouldn't think of doing that. Were they happy having twins?
Indeed not. They got too many mouths to feed as it is.
Oh, really, Mrs. O'Reilly? How many children do they have?
Oh, now let me see. There's Timothy, Patrick, Terence, and Dennis.
Care for some tea?
Yes, thank you. Robert, Thomas, Michael, and little Danny.
Sugar with the tea?
Yes, and a bit of lemon. And then there was little Joseph, Stevie, Kevin, and Philip.
Gee, that's quite a large family.
And then there's the girls. There's Mary and Maggie and Kathy. Those are the twins. They were all born under the sign of Capricorn.
Oh, what's the sign of Capricorn mean?
Oh, that's the horn of plenty. Well, Irma, if you'll just give me the rent, I'll be on my way.
Well, Mrs. O'Reilly, there's something on my unconscious that I must get off. I gave the rent money to my boyfriend Al to bet on the tiger, a prize fighter.
Now, did you now?
So, could you please wait until after the fight for your money?
Oh, now, wait a minute. Why should I be waiting for me money when you've got a wallet chock full of money lying on the table there?
Wallet? Money? Oh, gee, gosh, Mr. Rylander must have forgotten it.
Well, now, isn't that convenient? Now, let me see. He has here, let's see, 10, 20... Oh, $150. Now, if you'll just allow me to take $50 out of the wallet, we'll call the rent settled.
Oh, stop, Mrs. O'Reilly. The money doesn't belong to me.
Oh, come now, dearie. You're merely letting me borrow the money until after the fight.
But that's stealing.
Well, not if you put us back. Now, don't worry. Just say to yourself, I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Fine. You just keep saying that. And thanks for the rent. Goodbye, dearie.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Oh, but I am a criminal because it wasn't my money. It was Richard's wallet. Gosh, I'm sorry I let Mrs. O'Reilly take the money. It wasn't honest. Gee, I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
Hi, Irma.
Jane, I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Irma, what are you mumbling about?
Oh, nothing. Hello, Jane and Richard. What are you doing back here?
Well, Irma, the funniest thing happened when I went up to the box office to pay for the tickets. I found I didn't have
any money.
How did you know?
Oh, Al always pulls that one on me.
Irma, darling, what Richard means is that he might have left his wallet here in the apartment. Did you happen to see it?
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
No one's accusing you, honey. I just want to know if you saw the wallet.
Well, Jane, let's forget about it. If Irma didn't see it, maybe I didn't leave it here after all.
Well, all right. Irma, if you should run across it, hon, let me describe it to you. It was a brown pigskin wallet with the name Richard Rhinelander on it. RICHARDRHI.
Oh, you don't have to spell in front of me. I'm old enough to understand things now.
Well, Irma, you didn't see it, did you?
Irma? Why don't you answer, Richard? Did you see it? Irma, this is ridiculous. Answer yes or no. And our friendship depends on it.
Yes.
Yes what?
That's my answer. You just fill in the question.
Please, Jane,
Now, you let me handle this, Richard. Irma, did you see Richard's wallet?
Come in.
Hiya, folks. Hello there, chicken.
Oh, Al, how was the fight? Did the tiger win?
No, chicken. But you'd have been proud of him. He established a new world's record. 3.5 seconds of the first round.
You mean he was knocked out in 3.5 seconds?
No, he was back in the shower.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
You're sorry.
Getting back to our little discussion, Irma, I'd like to find out what happened.
Well, I'll be with you in a minute, Jane. I want to see Al in private first. Would you excuse me? Come on, Al.
What's up, chicken?
Al, promise me you'll write to me. And wait for me.
Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, Al, after I gave you the money, Richard left his wallet here, and I took $50 from it to replace the rent money that I gave you to bet on the tiger.
So?
So, Jane and Richard are back looking for his wallet, and I have it here, and I have to give it to him, and they'll find the money missing. Oh, Al, I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
Oh, honey, you're not a criminal.
No, I tried saying that. It doesn't work.
Look, honey, if that's all you're worrying about, forget it. Your Al will always take care of his little Irma. Here's the $50 to put back in the wallet, and here's 10 more for your share of the winnings.
But, Al, where did you get the money? The tiger lost.
What do you think? I bet him to win? I bet against the bum.
But, Al, how could you be so sure he'd lose?
Kid, a guy don't win who hasn't eaten for 3 days. And runs around the block twice just before the fight. And don't have no talent to start with.
Gee, Al, you're a genius. Mr. Rhinelander, did your wallet have a zipper on it?
Yes.
Irma, if you're going to say leave your name and address, and if anything turns up, we'll write to you, I just don't know what I'll do.
No, I just want to know if Richard's wallet has a zipper on it.
Well, yes, it does.
Then this one must be yours. Here it is.
Oh, yes, that's mine, Irma, but...
Irma, why didn't you give it to him before?
Well, you didn't say anything about a zipper, and you have to be plenty careful these days.
Why, that's odd.
What's the matter, Richard?
Well, Jane, I had $150 in my wallet, and now I have $160. Where did that extra $10 bill come from?
Well, don't you get interest on all your loans?
So we left to go to the movie, the four of us. And all through the picture, I kept thinking, what is the connection between Richard's wallet and Irma? So, when we got home that night and were drinking our chocolate before going to bed, I said, Irma, what about Richard's wallet? And Irma said,
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Well, that's my friend Irma.
My Friend Irma was written and directed by Cy Howard. How would you like to sign up for security for a ticket to the kind of tomorrow you've always dreamed about? You can do that if you invest your money today in United States savings bonds. Money saved today in savings bonds will bring you a return of $4 for every $3 you invest when the bonds mature in 10 years. Buy United States savings bonds and enjoy the tomorrow you've been dreaming about. Remember, next week, instead of dialing your telephone to listen to your best friend, dial your radio to this same Columbia station, same time, to listen to
My Friend Irma.
Starring Marie Wilson as Irma and Kathy Lewis as Jane, with John Brown as Al and George Neese as Richard Rhinelander. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The second episode of My Friend Irma, going back 78 years to April 18th, 1947. The show would run until August of 1954. It would even spawn not only a movie, but a comic book. My Friend Irma, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. For a period of time, Kathy Lewis would step away with Joan Banks taking her place for a period of time. And in the last season, Mary Shipp would take over as Mary, a different roommate. All right, coming up next on Classic Radio Theater, The Fred Allen Show.
Did you know that for only $10 you can supplement the food rations of a family of four for a whole month? Just send that $10 to CARE, spelled C-A-R-E, New York. CARE guarantees delivery of its packages to 11 different countries in Europe, as well as to India, Israel, and Japan. Don't forget to include your name and address and the name and address of the family you want to receive the CARE package, because CARE is a person-to-person, international goodwill service.
And you can follow up on how you can contribute to CARE these days by going to care.org. Fred Allen, going back 77 years, April 18th, 1948.
The Ford Dealers of America present The Fred Allen Show. The Fred Allen Show with Fred's guest, the new literary lion, Mr. James A. Farley, Portland Hopper, Minerva Pius, Peter Donald, Parker Fenley, the DeMarco sisters, and Al Goodman and his orchestra. And this is Kenny Delmar speaking for your friendly Ford dealer. He's the man who knows your Ford from F to D and from bumper to bumper. What's more, he's vitally interested in your Ford. He wants to see that it gives you the best possible service. His mechanics are Ford-trained experts working with special Ford equipment. They use methods approved by the Ford factory and genuine Ford parts. So you can expect a better job done in less time and at a lower cost when you take your Ford back home for service.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week a survey reported that the life expectancy of the average man is 62 6/10 years. Tonight, we present an average man who hopes to live to be as old as his joke. He's Fred Allen.
Thank you. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In Portland, what is this life expectancy business? What is that?
The average man is supposed to live 62 years.
Oh, that's silly.
That's what Mama says.
What?
A man can't get his Social Security until he's 65.
Well, if he only lives to be 62.
The man will have to be dead 3 years before he can apply for his Social Security.
Well, the Marshall Plan is better than that.
How does that work?
Well, to get money under the Marshall Plan, you have to be living, but not in this country. Enough about life expectancy. What is our laugh expectancy for this evening?
Oh, I have some clippings.
Oh, clippings. Good. What's in the news?
Last Sunday, Edgar Bergen's program wasn't on the air.
No kidding. You mean Edgar's listeners didn't have a chance to hear that singing jingle, a royal pudding. Rich, rich, rich with flavor. Moose, 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 fiddle. They didn't have a chance. Music lovers, jingle lovers didn't hear that,
And Jack Benny's program was off at the beginning, and he was cut off at the end, too.
The beginning and the end were off, eh?
Uh-huh.
Now, if they can only find a way to do something about the middle of Benny's program, radio will really be making progress, Portland.
I read that Jack's going to England this summer.
Yes, he's America's answer to C. Aubrey Smith.
Oh, you're always picking on Jack.
Why not? Benny is the only actor in Hollywood who has a burglar alarm on his garbage pail.
Jack lost Ronald Coleman's Oscar.
I know that. Mrs. Levant called Benny up to see if he could do as much for her. Tell me that's not libelous, is it? Is that libel? You're liable to get a letter from Oscar for that. Tell me, what else is new?
They caught a man from New Jersey selling horse meat in New York.
No kidding. How did they catch him?
Somebody found a racing form and a beef stew.
No kidding. I had a steak one time. I think it came from a steeplechase horse.
Why?
Every time I stuck my fork in the steak, it jumped over the mashed potato. And after that, I think I'll jump over the next two jokes, Portland, and start for Allen's Alley.
What is your question tonight?
Well, last week, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Mastodonic and Supercolossal Circus opened here at Madison Square Garden. And so our question naturally is, what did you like best about this year's edition of the circus?
Shall we go?
As the stocking said when the garter broke, there's nothing to hold me up. Well, here we are back in Allen's Alley, Portland. Say, I guess Senator Claghorn's in all right. His Ford is parked in the mule stall. The mule must be in the house putting on the feed bag with the senator. Well, let's knock.
Somebody put the skin to my mansion. Oh, it's you, Jowl Eyes.
Jowl Eyes? Now, wait a minute, Senator.
Oh, your head looks lumpy, son. I can see you got something on your mind.
Well, yes,
Well,
Senator.
spill it, son. I'm busier than a sinner's kneecap at a revival meeting. You know, the baseball season opens in Washington tomorrow. I'm getting little old Harry in shape.
Well, is the president going to participate in the game?
Well, sure is. This year, Harry will play ball with anybody. Yeah, you know, he can't wait to throw that first ball out to the Washington team.
Why?
It'll be the first time this year the Senators have taken anything from Harry.
Well, tell me, Senator, how do you think the baseball season is going to turn out?
Well, the Taft-Hartley Act is going to make it hard on umpires.
The Taft-Hartley Act?
Now, before an umpire can call a strike, he'll have to get out an injunction.
Well, look, tell me, Senator, what about the circus this year? Have you seen
Well, son, the circus ain't got nothing we ain't got down in Washington. Take them clowns. We got more clowns in Washington than the circus ever seen. And them you-bangies. We got politicians with bigger mouths than any you-bangie. Now, take that juggler keeping 20 Indian clubs in the air. Congress has got the whole country up in the air.
Well, what about the strong man, Senator? He carried 20 men on his back.
Well, carrying 20 men ain't nothing, son.
No?
We got a man down in Washington named Stassen.
A strong man?
He just carried 2 states, Wisconsin and Nebraska. So long, son. So long, Eddie.
I wonder if Harold will put those down later. Well, let's see. Let's see if Mr. Moody is still around.
Howdy, Bob.
Well, Mr. Moody, what is your reaction to the circus this year?
Oh, shucks. Circus don't mean nothing to me.
No?
No. My whole family was circus folks.
Oh, really?
They was freaks, mostly. My Uncle Geek Moody.
Geek Moody?
Geek L. Moody.
Yes?
He was known as Jojo, the dog-faced boy. He was famous.
Oh, yes, I've heard of Jojo.
He used to pose for dog food ads.
Pose? He posed, eh?
Jojo was a man of distemper. And then my aunt, Mona Moody.
Yes?
She traveled as Madame Lafarge.
Oh, Madame Lafarge, eh?
She was a bearded lady.
Oh. Well, how did your aunt become a bearded lady?
Why, she was raised on goat's milk.
Yes?
As a baby, she had a little goatee.
I see. I could see how that would develop.
Yeah. By the time she went to the circus, Mona was sure hairy.
She was hairy, eh?
Her face looked like the elbow of a raccoon caught.
Well, what other relatives did you have with the circus?
Well, my brother, Bunch Moody, he was a duck impersonator.
A duck impersonator, eh?
But things got bad and he disappeared.
He took his feathers and his webbed feet and disappeared completely?
Yeah, there was only one trace.
The duck impersonator?
He left a big bill at the hotel.
Have you yourself ever been with the circus, Titus?
Oh, once when I was a boy, but I got fired.
Fired? What happened?
Why, my job was feeding Jumbo, the elephant.
Yeah?
After 2 months, Jumbo lost 400 pounds. He wanted nothing but skin and tusks.
Well, how come?
I was nearsighted.
Nearsighted?
For 2 months, I was leaving the elephant's hay at the wrong end.
The elephant's hay at the wrong end?
Yeah. Jumbo was starving to death.
Uh-huh.
But he was setting pretty. So long, then.
Titus is too much for me. Let's try this next door.
Howdy, Chappie.
Ah, Mrs. Nussbaum. How do you feel about the circus this year?
I am going with Mr. and Mrs. Epstein.
Oh, the Epsteins, eh?
He is in the fur business, a big squeeze.
Oh, in the fur business. Well, tell me, what happened at the circus?
First, we are seeing the Siamese twins, 2 girls.
Girls, Siamese twins?
Standing in front is a big crowd, and everybody's guessing.
Guessing what?
Which Siamese twin is having the Tony Permanent?
Oh, I see. Well, after viewing the twins...
We are seeing the animals until is happening the accident.
Oh, say, what caused the accident?
Well, Mrs. Epstein is wearing, why not, her husband is in the fur business, a leopard coat.
Oh, I see.
Passing the leopard's cage, Mrs. Epstein is looking first on her coat, next on the leopard.
Uh-huh.
And she is saying, for this I am marrying.
Yeah?
Mr. Epstein is saying, what now?
What now?
Pointing to the leopard, Mrs. Epstein is saying, an animal is wearing a better fur coat than Lulubelle Epstein. So Mr. Epstein is saying, your coat with connections I'm buying wholesale.
Yeah?
Who does a leopard know he could buying wholesale a skin?
I see.
With this, Mrs. Epstein is pouting.
She's pouting, eh?
Mr. Epstein is saying, the leopard is a phony. His skin is imitation. I will prove it.
Being in the business.
Through the cage, Mr. Epstein is reaching in the hand to feeling by the leopard the skin.
Yes?
Yay! There is a shriek.
A shriek? What happened?
You are eating with the circus as the great Eunice.
Oh, the fellow who balances himself on only one finger?
One finger.
You mean the great Eunice?
He is formerly Mr. Epstein.
And that brings us to Mr. Cassidy's shanty. Well, let's stop for a minute or so with Ajax.
What's on the hookey-do? What's on me? Oh, how do you do?
Well, Ajax, have you been to the circus yet?
Don't mention circus to me. The opening matinee, I took my little nephew, Cosmos O'Shaughnessy.
Cosmos O'Shaughnessy?
Oh, sure, he's a human wildcat.
Really?
Well, to keep Cosmos from disrupting the circus, I bought him a box of Cracker Jack, and I held him firmly by his sticky hand.
You walked around holding little Cosmos by the hand?
Well, only once I let go.
When was that?
Well, I was passing a big cage, you see. Yeah. And outside it said Gargantua.
Gargantua?
Well, I looked in the cage, and this gentleman was in there.
Yeah?
And I says to myself, says I, Gargantua. He looks like an uncle of mine, Mullet Muldoon.
Mullet Muldoon, eh?
Says I, hello, Mullet. But he just sat there cracking peanuts between his toes.
Well, it must have been Gargantua.
Unless Mullet was playing possum.
Let's possum. Well, after this episode...
So I reached out and I took little Cosmos again by the hand.
I see.
And I looked down. Glory be.
What?
By the hand, instead of holding little Cosmos O'Shaughnessy with his box of Cracker Jack.
Yes?
I'm holding a midget, a little wrinkled one.
A wrinkled? Well, what did you do?
Well, the circus was over. What could I do?
You took the midget home?
I explained the circumstances to Mr. and Mrs. O'Shaughnessy.
Yes?
They took a shine to the midget.
Uh-huh.
And the midget took a shine to the O'Shaughnessy's. Oh, there was blessings all around.
Well, what happened to little Cosmos?
If you happen to visit the circus...
Yes?
And you see a midget with a sticky hand eating Cracker Jack...
Yes?
You're looking at Cosmos O'Shaughnessy.
Well, tell me, Ajax, how did you personally like the circus?
Me boy, they call it the biggest show on earth. To me, it is the biggest disappointment on earth.
Disappointment? The circus?
All that sawdust on the floor and you can't buy a drink in the place. Good night.
And now, from the circus, we turn to our musical sideshow. The five DeMarco sisters and Maestro Al Goodman and his big top band combined to give us Tooly Ooly Dooly. Girls?
When a Swiss boy goes calling on a Swiss miss in June, ooly, ooly, dooly, doo, he sings a pretty tune. And he charms her like magic when he yodels his tune. Ooly, ooly, dooly, doo, neath the alpine moon, the echo goes higher. Are both on fire. So when you get lonely, now you know what to do. Dooly, ooly, dooly, doo. Make your dreams come true. The echo goes higher, with a dooly, ooly, dooly. And all of a sudden they knew their hearts were on fire. So when you get lonely, now you know where to do, how to do. Dooly, ooly, dooly, doo. Dooly, ooly, dooly, doo. Make your dreams come true. With a dooly,
And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Say, Fred.
Yes, Kenny?
Do you have a minute to help me? I'm writing a love poem.
A love... Kenny, why waste time writing a love poem? Call the girl up, reverse the charges, and tell her how you feel about it.
Yeah, but I know, but my poem isn't about a girl.
Not about... What sort of a dactyl is it?
Well, I'll read it. Listen. Roses are red, violets are blue. Fords love Ford service, and so will you.
What's wrong with that? It starts off swell.
Yeah, I know. It's the next couplet is where I need help.
Oh, well.
I can't seem to rhyme genuine Ford parts, special equipment, Ford-trained mechanics, and factory-approved methods.
Now, that takes a bit of doing, but I may be able to handle it, pending the arrival of Superman. Let me see. Special equipment. You need a rhyme special. Say, I have it, Kenny. How is this? Special equipment and Ford-trained mechanics Stop service worries, eliminate panics.
Ah, that's great, Fred. Great. And I have a sock finish. Get this. Your Ford is never nervous when you bring it home for service. How was that, Fred?
Well, you want the truth, Kenny.
Yeah.
It was all right, but you will never be the Edgar Guest of tomorrow.
Well, maybe not, Fred, but at least my poem tells why the best service from start to finish is designed to cost less at your friendly Ford dealer.
Yes, it does. It does do that. You have just heard a minute or two from Now is the Hour, played by Maestro Al Goodman and 25 men who, if their instruments were taken away, would look like the police lineup. And now, say, Portland.
Yes?
Will you help me arrange these chairs around the table here, please? We're having a literary discussion tonight.
Have you found the book?
Oh, I have a book, an author, and a brace of critics.
Oh, who is the author?
Mr. James A. Farley.
Who is Mr. James A. Farley?
Who is Mr. James A. Farley? He is only one of the most famous figures in American political life. Why, Mr. Farley's new book is sweeping the country. It's number 2 on the best-seller list as of today.
Has it been banned in Boston yet?
No, only in Maine and Vermont. I'm looking forward to this tonight, Portland. This is going to be some discussion.
What a night for the literati.
Yes, and for the people who can read, too. They'll enjoy. Well, Portland, I guess we're all set. Let's start our book program.
Presenting The Author Meets His Match. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is your moderator, that popular literary figure, the man who knew Random House when it was just a Quonset hut, Mr. Frederick Allen.
Thank you, and good evening, fellow bookworms. Tonight, as usual, our program is unrehearsed, unprepared, and uncalled for. The book up for discussion this evening is Jim Farley's Story, written by the Honorable James A. Farley. We have a brilliant panel of literary giants assembled this evening. I'm going to ask the critics to introduce themselves. Now, first...
I am Dr. Wolfgang Holstein.
You are a psychiatrist, Dr. Holstein?
Yeah, so my office is in Central Park.
In Central Park?
Yeah, instead of a couch, my patients lay down on a bench.
Well, how can patients find you in Central Park?
Simple. You come in from 6th Avenue, and on the left you are looking behind a bush and whistling.
You are behind the bush?
I am dressed like a doctor. I am wearing a white coat and white pants.
Oh, I see.
In between patients, I sell good humor.
Doctor, do you by any chance have a literary background?
Oh, so I am writing a book now on psychiatry.
Oh, a book?
It is called From Neurosis to Halitosis.
Very good. Very good.
The bookmark is a package of Sen-Sen.
Thank you, Dr. Holst.
You're welcome.
Now, our next critic.
I am Prudence Paddleford.
And you, Miss Paddleford?
I am the literary consultant and hostess in charge of tea bags for the Rexall drugstore.
You review the books before they go on sale at your chain of drugstores?
Yes, I select books that will help the sale of our merchandise.
Well, just how do you mean that, Miss Paddleford?
Well, for example, when we're having a sale of soap, we display Captain from Castile. When we have a special on umbrellas, we feature Raintree County.
Very good.
And when we displayed Bob Hope's book,
yes,
we were introducing Airwick.
Well, naturally. Thank you, Miss Paddleford. And now the international celebrity.
I am Sergei Stroganov from the Soviet Union, literary correspondent for the world's outstanding daily newspaper, Pravda. I am the sworn enemy of yellow journalism, bourgeois music, and things in general.
Mr. Stroganoff, you are a critic.
All my life I have been a critic. That is why I'm in America today.
Well, why?
I criticize something in Russia.
Stroganoff, how do you feel about American books?
Americans? Bah! They are all capitalists. The only books the Americans are reading are bank books. God will hold you, plutocrat.
Thank you, Mr. Stroganoff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished author of the evening.
I am James A. Farley.
Mr. Farley, you are the author of Jim Farley's story.
I am.
Tell me, how did you come to write about yourself?
In politics, Mr. Allen, that's the safest thing to do.
The safest?
You better write about yourself before somebody else does.
Well, will you tell us something about your book, Mr. Farley?
I'd be glad to. Jim Farley's story is a sort of a record of my life in politics. Over 35 years of service in the Democratic Party.
Well, at what point in your life, Mr. Farley, did you first suspect that you would join this party?
When I was a baby, my parents knew I would grow up to be a Democrat.
Well, how?
A Republican politician who was running for office came around kissing babies.
Yes?
When he bent over my crib to kiss me...
Yes?
I bit him on the nose.
And?
Biting that Republican was my first service to the Democratic Party.
Thank you, Mr. Farley. There, ladies and gentlemen, you have our brilliant lineup for tonight. Our author, Mr. James A. Farley, versus our three astounding critics. And now, critics...
Oh, excuse me, please.
Yes, Dr. Holstein?
Mr. Farley is a very interesting psychological case.
Well, how do you mean that, Doctor?
Well, as a baby, he bit a man on the nose.
Yes?
This is a sign of frustration. The baby could not bite his own nose, so he bit somebody else's nose.
You Americans always you're sticking your noses into somebody else's business. In Russia, everybody has his nose to the grindstone. It looks terrible.
Oh, speaking of noses, give your nose a treat. Let it smell the perfume on sale at Rexall.
Ah, you see, I told you. Now Rexall is putting their business in everybody's noses.
Critics, please, if you will. Critics, we are here to discuss Mr. Farley's book. Mr. Farley, I've heard you on several radio programs recently speaking about your book in glowing terms.
Yes, Mr. Allen, I've appeared with the Fitzgeralds, Mary Margaret McBride, Dorothy and Dick, and author meets the critic.
Radio in America, bah! In Russia is the real radio. What program? The masses goes a-shopping. Life can be brutal, and Comrade Linkletter's program, People Are Bolsheviks. That's radio.
Excuse me, please.
Yes, Dr. Holstein. Yes, Dr. Holstein.
I had a patient once who was on the radio. He was a sound man.
A sound man?
Yeah. All he did was open and close doors.
Yes?
After 5 years, he thought he was a door.
You say this man thought he was a door?
Yeah, he took the buttons off his vest and had a knob sewed on. All day he went around knocking himself.
Doctor, did you cure this patient?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He no longer thinks he's a door?
No, today he thinks he's a window. He goes with his vest pulled up. He thinks he's open.
Still working.
Yes, it is very. Speaking of radio, Rexall carries a complete stock of radios. And remember, if there's no Rexall drugstore in your neighborhood is no neighborhood. It's a wilderness.
Ah, in America, that's a wilderness. Siberia's a wilderness.
Your brain is a wilderness. Who needs you
here? Please, critics. Dr. Holstein, please, if you will.
I'm sorry.
Control yourself, Doctor. I must remind you, critics, we're here to discuss Mr. Farley's book. Now, Mr. Farley, would you tell us, please, some of the highlights of Jim Farley's story?
Well, I think one of the most exciting days of my life was the day I was appointed Postmaster General.
Postmaster General. That is capitalism. A general can't make enough money being a general. He's got to be a postmaster on the side. And also, the mail is...
Mr. Farley, excuse me.
Yes, Dr. Holstein.
You said you were the Postmaster General?
Yes, I was appointed in 1933.
Yeah, so in 1933, I mailed out a bill to one of my patients. The patient never paid me. He said he never got the bill.
But what does that concern me, Doctor?
Well, did you ever have a letter left over in your mail bag?
I didn't deliver the mail, Doctor. I was the Postmaster General.
Oh, excuse me.
Dr. Holstein, did you put a stamp on that letter in 1933?
A stamp? I knew I forgot something. A stamp.
Stamps remind me. You lick a stamp with your tongue. This week, Rexall is featuring a delicious tongue sandwich. As we say at Rexall, our tongue sandwich speaks for itself.
Yeah, this is America. Only a sandwich can speak. A man can't open his mouth.
Open your mouth, you don't say nothing, that's all. You just keep talking. Open your mouth, but you don't
One more outburst, and I'll adjourn this discussion. I'm sorry, Mr. Farley. Getting back to your book, today in the New York Times, I noticed that Jim Farley's story is second on the bestseller list. How do you account for that?
Well, Mr. Allen, this is an election year. Probably everybody is interested in politics.
Yeah, Mr. Farley, as a psychiatrist, I would say that politics is the most...
bourgeois propaganda.
Stroganoff, I was talking...
Talking, always you're talking yappity.
At least I say something when I talk.
It's the only honest politics. We are having the secret ballot.
The secret ballot?
The Communist Party and the other party.
What is the other party?
That is the secret.
How could a big march like you keep a secret
anyway? Quiet, please. In your book, Mr. Farley, in your book, do you deal with any other subject, or do you confine yourself to politics?
Well, I mentioned of my business association with the Coca-Cola Company.
Yeah, you know, that is most interesting, Mr. Farley. I once had a patient who thought he was a Coca-Cola bottle.
A Coca-Cola bottle?
Yeah, every time he returned himself to my office, I had to give him a nickel back on himself.
Doctor, what finally happened to this patient who thought he was a bottle of Coca-Cola?
He blew his top.
The top drink is vodka and Coca-Cola. In each glass we are putting 2 bear's feet.
2 bear's feet?
Those are the paws that refresh us.
That may be a joke, but Rexall service is no joke.
You are a joke. I'm laughing on you.
Yeah, hyenas is always laughing.
Touche, Dr.
Hyena, he said. They are calling me a hyena. Are you listening, Joe?
I'm sorry, Mr. Farley. Mr. Farley, we don't seem to be getting anywhere with your book.
I don't want to be an old spoilsport, Mr. Allen, but something tells me that none of your critics has read my book.
Well, I'll soon find out. Critics, have you read Mr. Farley's book?
No.
This is indeed embarrassing, Mr. Farley. No one on the panel apparently has read Jim Farley's story. If we could get a few copies of the book in a hurry...
I can take care of that.
Well, it's a Sunday, Mr. Farley. The bookstores are all closed.
Fortunately, I always carry a suitcase full of books with me. Wait until I open this case.
But, Mr. Farley...
Step right up, folks. Get your copy of Jim Farley's story.
Mr. Farley.
$3.50, complete with jacket and bookmark.
Mr. Farley.
You say Jim Farley's story ain't enough? Tell you what I'm going to do.
Now, wait a minute.
Get away, boys. You bother me. Here you are, folks. With every copy of Jim Farley's story, I'm giving a ballpoint pen.
I want to thank Mr. James A. Farley for joining us tonight and Mr. Jack Eigen for tuning us in. And I want to remind you that your Ford dealer is now showing the new Ford trucks. And from all reports, these trucks are really something. The new line of 139 models includes the biggest Ford trucks ever built. And they're all bonus built, which means built extra strong to last longer. See them at your Ford dealers. Next week, our guest will be Brooklyn's Man of the Hour, Leo DeRocha. Thank you and good night. Good night. Thank you.
This program came to you from New York. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
James A. Farley was the Postmaster General from 1933 to 1940. He was a chairman of the New York State Democratic Party and Postmaster General, as we said, under President Roosevelt. And Farley ran Roosevelt's gubernatorial and presidential campaigns. After he left office in 1940, he was named chairman of the board of the Coca-Cola Export Corporation, and he held that post until he retired in 1973. And part of the problem that came between the two is that after his second term, Farley opposed the third term of President Roosevelt, and even though it was perfectly legal at the time. And so that caused a rift between them. In 1976, Farley died in his suite at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, the last surviving member of Roosevelt's cabinet. And Farley, at his passing, was the age of, where is it? Here it is, 88 years old. The Fred Allen Show, April 18th, 1948. And you got to love how Farley took a good ribbing there. here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Our Saturday program will deal with drama with an episode of Big Town starring Edward Pauley, Dragnet, of course, starring our friend we're going to hear in a moment, Jack Webb, and The Big Speech, and Screen Director's Playhouse from 1951, Humoresque, starring Tallulah Bankhead and Steve Cochran. And then on Sunday, we'll have episodes of Suspense, yours truly, Johnny Dollar, Frontier Gentleman, and Luke Slaughter of Tombstone, all from April 20th, 1958. And then coming up on Monday, we will have the Screen Guild Theater presentation of Too Many Husbands, starring Bob Hope. We'll have A Day in the Life of Dennis Day and Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. That's what's ahead of us as we head through this weekend here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, Jack Webb in a humorous vein.
This is Peter Hallas. As senior editor of the Hungarian desk at Radio Free Europe, I write and edit material destined for an audience still living behind barbed wire. I know those people, for I was one of them. I escaped to freedom in 1956, but there are millions still in captivity. Radio Free Europe keeps them in touch with the world outside. Keep RFE on the air with contributions to Crusade for Freedom.
We continue now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of the Jack Webb Show. This goes back 79 years, April 18th, 1946. Yes, Jack Webb could be funny.
The following is transcribed.
No, it isn't.
The following is transcribed.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It is, too.
It is not.
It is.
It isn't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The following is not transcribed.
This week, the Major League Baseball season opened. In keeping with this, the American Broadcasting Company brings you the first foul ball of the season. It's the Jack Webb Show in its 5th consecutive strikeout. Nothing new has been added. The Ragged Airs will play tonight, but without their director, Phil Bavero, who only confused the men anyway. That spiritual singer, Clancy Hayes, of the firm of Haig and Haig and Hayes, will conduct his usual contest with the orchestra. She's young, she's pretty, she sings. That's 3 runs for our side, vocalist Nora McNamara. John Galbraith, an Oakland boy, and the only argument we can think of against the Bay Bridge, will play rats and second lieutenants and spooky people, and, oh yes, a wonderful gal with a wonderful voice has made a terrible mistake tonight. Midge Williams has agreed to set her career back 10 years with a guest appearance on the Jack Webb Show. My name is Jordan, and I'm going to find a nice, quiet room until this thing blows over. Why don't you do the same?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are all our listeners out there? Both of you. John Galbraith, put your glasses on so you can find the microphone and come on over here, will you?
Oh, Jack, my, boy, that's certainly a healthy crop of freckles you've picked up in the San Francisco sunshine.
What do you mean, freckles? Those are the holes in the microphone. Put them on, will you?
Yeah. Hey, but of course, how stupid of me, Jack. Your head doesn't say ABC on it, does it?
Neither do yours, John. Don't we have a grand studio audience here tonight, John? Do you know who these boys are?
Who are the girls?
Finally got the... Oh, you finally got those glasses on, huh, John? Well, these men are 200 Army patients from Letterman General Hospital here in San Francisco. And most of them have only been in this country 4 days. Some of them even 1 day.
Jack, who are the girls?
I think we ought to have some ruffles and flourishes for the generals here tonight.
Who are the girls?
Welcome home, generals.
Who are the girls?
The girls, John, Oh, say. Yeah. There's 75 hostesses from the Oak Street USO.
Aren't they, though?
Yeah, well, I guess we ought to have some ruffles and flourishes for them, too, you know?
Yeah.
They've already got the ruffles. Let's just have the flourishes, shall we? That is the first time that those guys have ever gotten together since we went on the air. I don't understand.
Presenting
a page torn from the private files of Slim Slade, Western band leader.
We return to the little western town of Howdyville, where a group of citizens are talking. Howdyville, nobody quite knows how it got its name. Howdyville. Slim Slade, just a poor old cow poke, out on the plains of Howdyville.
Hey, Slim, what you doing out there?
Oh, just poking around the cows.
Well, come on over here. Got a letter for you with a city writing on it.
Letter with city writing, Didn't know nobody I knowed could write. Don't make no difference, though. I can't read.
Well, you don't have to, Slim. I done read it.
Oh, what do it say?
Oh, it don't say nothing, Slim. It's just a letter.
Well, I don't mean talk say, I mean read say.
Well, why don't you talk, say what you mean say?
Yeah.
It's from your brother.
Oh, that's slick.
That's right. Signed Slick Slade.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute, I'm gonna get the boys. Hey, weasel, fox, and snake. Sounds like a zoo, don't it? Come on over here, boys. Hey, anybody seen Enchilada Gomez?
See, Slade, I'm over here taking a little fiesta.
That's siesta.
See.
Come on over here, boys.
Well, howdy, Slim. Howdy.
Howdy. Say, I got a letter from a brother in Hawaii.
Slim, I believe that's pronounced Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. I never was much good in them European names.
Well, go ahead, Weasel. Here's the letter.
Yeah, Weasel, what do it say?
Why, don't say nothing, Slim. It's just a letter.
Well, I don't mean talk say. I mean read say.
Why don't you talk say what you mean say? It's from your brother.
Daggone, I know that.
Well, the letter says...
I thought you...
Quiet, Slim. Dear friend brother, I'm making lots of money. I never knowed when I left Fort Worth there was so doggone much money in the world. I'm making lots of money.
Doggone, brother.
Doggone, brother. Money's one thing I got plenty of. Like Mark said, money can't buy friends. But who wants friends when you got this much money?
Doggone, brother sure must have struck it rich.
Doggone, brother, I sure struck it rich. I'm making plenty of money. I got myself a Western band, and we play Western music.
That's a novelty.
And we're all making lots of money over here in Hawaii. We call the Western band Slick Slade and his Hilo Monsters. That is all for now on account of I have run out of gold paper which I write on, and besides, my 24-carat diamond pen point done busted. Your friend, your brother, Slick. S. Sure am making lots of money.
Brother Slick is right. We're going to do the same thing. We're all going to organize a Western band.
Good idea, Slim.
See, Slade, I think we better do it banana.
That's manana.
See.
Come on, saddle up, boys. We're going to ride to New York. I'm going to write the tunes on the way. All right, boys, come on, move in. We're going to rehearse a spell. Now, here's a tune I wrote. Music and notes by me. It's called, this will kill you, When It's Apple Blossom Time in Fort Worth.
Oh, that's awful pretty, Slim.
Yeah, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's play it through once. You ready on the drums, Enchilada? I want plenty of drums in this. All right, you ready, boys? Here we go. Play it just like she was wrote. Everybody set?
Hey, Slim, what's all these little black spots all over this paper?
I was wondering about that, too, Slim. Seems to me you could have got clean paper. Well, you know, as long as you was a-paying for it.
Them's notes. Them's what you play.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, now, come on. Here we go. I'm going to count 3. Are you ready? Put her in hall. I'll stomp my foot 3 times. Get set now. It's going to come fast. You got to be ready. Let's play it just like she was wrote. Don't leave nothing out. It's all good. If you get lost, keep it going. Don't go straggling all over this song like a dogie. Come on, relax. Tighten up. Smile, frown, because you're going to enjoy this one. Steady in the saddle. I'm a-counting. 1, 2. Hold it, boys. I better tell you. We're going to start this number on 3. You got that, boys, or you want to write it down? Here we go. 1, 2. Hold it. I guess I better announce our name just like we're going to do it uptown. Present Slim Slade and his Makes You Want to Dance When They're Playing a Hoedown and Just Sit Down and Cry When They're Playing a Sad One, Western Band. You think that name's too long? Well, all right, here we go. Real down-to-earth music right out of the dirt. Put her in hall. Well, let's go. 1, 2, hit it. No, I forgot I was supposed to say the number 3. Hold it, boys, hold it. You done right good on that one. You done right good on When It's Apple Blossom Time in Fort Worth. Now, I got another one I want to try. Music and notes by me. It's called Horsefly Pie and Apple Pan Howdy. All right, boys. 1, 2, kick it. Doggone, I always forget to say 3. Hold it. That's mighty pretty, ain't it? Which one of those you like the best? Well, never mind. I got another one here I want to try. Music and notes by me. This is a sad one, boys. It's a prison song. It's called I Might As Well Be Sprung. Okay, let's do her. 1, 2, take her. Now, why didn't I say 3? Hold it. Boys, I gotta say you sure are versatile. Them's 3 of the prettiest tunes I ever did hear. Now, I think we're all ready to go. But before we do, I got one more tune I'd like to try. Music and notes by me. I call this one Bang, Bang, Bang Went My 6-Gun. That's pretty, ain't it? Kind of nostalgic. All right, boys. 1, 2, play it. Now, what happened to 3?
Slim Slade and his Western Band. First it's the Pennsylvania roof, then the Wedgwood room of the Waldorf, Carnegie Hall, millions of phonograph records, radio coast to coast. Yes, Slim Slade and his band had arrived on the musical scene. And then, one day, disaster.
Boys, I got sad news. They tied the can to us. We're through. We've been fired plumb out of New York.
Oh, what's the trouble, Slim?
Well, the manager of that there radio station told me tonight that we wasn't versatile enough. Said all our tunes sounded alike. I don't know how he figured that. We got 47 tunes. All of them got different names. Music and notes by me. Come on, boys, pick up your instruments. Let's play a couple of them numbers and see what that fella's talking about. All right, the Go Down, Hoedown. That's good. Hey, wait a minute. Hold it just a minute. Them drums ain't quite loud enough, Enchilada. A little of that melody sneaked through in one place. Okay, more drums this time, and let's hear the Gila Monster Waltz. Okay. Now I want to hear one more. I want to hear Oh, You Beautiful Texas. It's pretty. I like it. All right, now listen. Now let's go back. Let's do a little reviewing. Let's go way back. Let's hear our first hit. The tune that brung us here. When it's apple blossom time in Fort Worth. Okay, boys. Oh, that fella don't know what he's talking about. Them's 4 of the prettiest tunes I ever heard. But we're going back to Texas. I'm plumb played out. I ain't got another tune in me. I'm just like that fella Irvine Berlin. Only he's got someone to help him with them lyrics. I got to write the notes myself. Saddle up, boys. We're all through. We're going back to poking cows. If we stay here any longer, we're going to get in a rut.
Sure is good being back in Texas, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't miss that Pennsylvania roof nothing. Fella by the name of Benny Goodman done moved in after us.
Who's he?
Oh, here comes Slim now. Well, howdy, Slim Slade. Howdy.
Saddle up, boys. We're going back to New York. I done it again. We got it this time. I wrote a new tune. Music and notes by me, boys. Get this. This is going to be a snapper, this title. It's called When It's Apple Blossom Time in Corpus Christi.
My baby don't care for clothes. My baby don't care for shows. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for silks and laces. My baby don't care for high-toned places. My baby don't care for rings and other expensive things. She's sensible as can be. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me. For clothes, my baby don't care for shows. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for silks and laces. My baby don't care for high-toned places. My baby don't care for rings and other expensive things. She's sensible as can be. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me.
Inside Hollywood. Presenting Hollywood's own beloved, sweet, darling, pretty, vivacious, lovable...
Ah, yes.
Brunella Carsons. Miss Carsons.
Thank you, ugly boy. Good evening, all my friends here in Movie Land. Tonight, instead of my usual dribble... must be a typographical error. They must mean trivia. I'm speaking to you from the sound stages of stupendous pictures, and I want you to look in with me. Shall we be off?
Quiet! Quiet on the set! Quiet! Somebody's still breathing.
Where's my assistant director, Rodney Reel?
Oh, yes, sir. Did you want me, sir?
Reel, you're all wound up. Remember, I'm a busy man directing this picture.
Of course, Monty.
As far as I'm concerned, Reel, you're just about run out. Now, what did I tell you to call me on the set?
You mean what the extras call you?
No, not that. Oh. You know.
Yes. Montague Close-Up Muldoon, Director Supreme of Stupendous Pictures, Incorporated.
Well, you can leave off the incorporated when we're among friends. I'm a busy man. This is no B picture, you know. Have we spent any money lately?
We spent $40,000 just 10 minutes ago.
I said lately. What'd you spend it for, Reel?
A bathing suit for the leading lady.
This is no B picture. Give me that checkbook. I'm going to write out a check for another $40,000. Let's get both pieces to that bathing suit. It's indecent. Reel, have I told you lately that I'm a busy man?
Yes, Mr. Busy. I mean Mr. Muldoon. Now, about this army picture, Mr. Muldoon, I want to tell you something.
Listen, Reel. You can't tell me anything about the Army. I know that outfit from A to Z. I was a full colonel in this war, and I spent the entire duration in Washington, D.C. Now, what about that desert scene?
Well, we're having difficulty finding a desert big enough to hold 2,000 troop transports.
Now, listen, if MacArthur could afford to use 1,000 troop transports, Stupendous Pictures can afford to use 2,000.
But there's no desert big enough.
Well, I told you to buy Death Valley. If you don't hurry, they'll start a housing project out there. Reel, you've slipped your spool for the last time with me. I'm taking over the entire production of this picture personally. I promised the Secretary of War that this Army picture would be ready 3 days ago. I'll keep that promise.
Yes, Mr. Muldoon.
Have you got that explosion scene ready?
Yes, sir.
Well.
The bomb men have been working on it for 2 weeks. I think you'll like it.
Well, let's have it. This picture's costing me $1 million a day. It's not long enough. Do it again. Well, I'm off for the desert. Forgot my checkbook. Quiet on the desert. Quiet. Well, Reel, what's your excuse this time?
Well, Mr. Muldoon,
I don't see a drop of water out here anywhere.
But, Mr. Muldoon...
I told you to flood this entire desert under 26 feet of water. Now, what are we going to do with Esther Williams? In this picture, she won't swim. Well, in this picture, she just won't swim. She'll have to ride a camel, that's all. By the way, I don't see those camels anywhere.
But, Mr. Muldoon...
I suppose you're going to tell me that you forgot. You forgot a little thing like 30,000 camels. Oh.
Mr. Muldoon, there is something that this Army picture I've been trying to tell you.
Well, Reel, you're all mixed up. I know what you mean, though. Is this what you call a crowd? I asked for 100,000 Arabs, but do I get them? No, there's practically nobody out there. Looks like a group of Republicans lined up to vote.
Mr. Muldoon, I've been thinking...
Impossible. Where's the telephone?
Why?
Why? I'll tell you why. I want a crowd out there. I'm going to call Washington. Mr. Truman's the only one that's got 100,000 men not doing anything.
Well, Mr. Muldoon, there's no telephone way out here in the desert.
No, who says so? When Muldoon wants a telephone, Muldoon gets a telephone. Why, there's probably one hanging right here on this banana tree. By the way, Reel, where are those banana trees? Well, never mind. You got a nickel?
Here you are, Mr. Muldoon. 5 cents.
Well, this picture's costing us a lot of money. Hello? What number did I dial? Well, how should I know what number I dialed? I'm a busy man. Give me the White House. No, I won't wait. I want the White House. I'm a busy man. Hello, White House? I want to talk to you know who. Busy? Yeah, he's busy. I'll call later.
Mr. Muldoon, there's something about this Army picture you ought to know.
Reel, you're off the track again. Have I fired you today?
No, Mr. Muldoon.
I haven't? You're fired!
Well, I'll be a second lieutenant.
All right. Now, places, everybody. Hurry up. Is it going to take all day for 300,000 people to get set? You back there, stop blinking your eyes. Now, when I give the signal, all 300,000 of you Arabs run out to that clearing in the desert. Now, the Army planes, wait a minute. Yeah, they're up there circling around. All right. At a signal from me, they'll swoop down and strafe you. They're using real bullets, so be careful. If any of you get mowed down, don't worry. You won't spoil the scene. This is only a rehearsal.
Mr. Muldoon, I just came out to tell you the picture is finished.
It is? Well, that's fine. All you Arabs out there, you can all go home. This Army picture is finished.
There's only one thing wrong, Mr. Muldoon.
Well, what's that, Real?
What I've been trying to tell you all along. This picture was not ordered by the Secretary of War.
It wasn't?
No, that letter was from the Secretary of the Navy. This Army picture was supposed to be a Navy picture.
It's the blues. It's Midge Williams.
Out on a plane down near Santa Fe, I met a cowboy riding the range one day, and as he jogged along, I heard him singing the most peculiar cowboy song. It was a ditty he learned in the city. Come to I-I-Y, come to Yippee-I-Y, why get along? Get hip, little doggy, get along. You better be on your way, get along. Get hip, little doggy, and he trucked him on down the old fairway, singing his cow-cow boogie in the strangest way. Come to I-I-Y, come to Yippee-I-Y, singing his cowboy song. He's just too much. He's got a knockout western accent with a collar cut. He was raised on local weed. He's what you call a swing half-breed, singing his cow-cow boogie in the strangest way. Come at the I-I-Y, come at the Yippee-I-Y, why get along? Get hip, little doggy, get along. You better be on your way, get along. Get hip, little doggy, and he trucked him on down the old fairway, singing his cow-cow boogie in the strangest way. Come at the I-I-Y, come at the Yippee-I-Y, singing his cowboy song. He's just too much. He's got a knockout western accent with that Harlem cut. He was raised on local weed. He's what you call a swing half-breed, singing his cow-cow boogie in the strangest way. Come to I-I-Y, come to Yippee-I-Y. Yip, 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 come to I-I-Yippee-I-Y.
Stand by. Here's the news you've been waiting all week to hear. Here's the news thousands of you want to hear.
Folks, he's talking about the results of our Ginger Peachy contest announced last week. Remember, we told you to write a letter on the subject, how to get the Jack Webb Show off the air.
Didn't work, did it? Well, John, clean your glasses and read the winning letter.
Here it is, Jack. In part it says, I read from the letter, quote, Chapter 1 entitled The Process of Air Fumigation, for how to get the Jack Webb Show off the air. The solution is to have each person in the country take deeper and more breaths, and it won't be long until all the air is used up, and then there will be no air for Webb to be on.
How silly.
And it's signed Betty Ford, Pyramid Court, Sparks, Nevada. Congratulations, Miss Ford.
I hate you, Miss Ford. But enough of these pats in the back for Miss Ford. She wants to know what she's won. By the way, what did she win?
Oh, boy, she won, and how what she won.
Well, what did she win?
Well, if Nora McNamara will just put that geometry book away for a minute and come up here.
John, you don't mean we're giving Nora away?
No, Webb, no. Nora has the prize. And here it is.
My, look at that thing, a king-size egg. Isn't that beautiful? What is that, John?
It's a genuine ostrich egg, laid fresh this morning from the California Ostrich Farm in Southern California. Yes, friends, this is a Hollywood egg.
Yes, sir, this ostrich egg has been autographed by all members of the cast, including John Galbraith, who makes his usual X. And it has been lacquered and placed on the solid wooden base. And all this, with our best wishes, will be shipped air express to the winner of this week's contest, Betty Ford, Sparks, Nevada. Well, right now... Tonight's egg was laid by the Ragged Clancy Hayes sings the case against us with a vocal. Midge Williams as guest stars, teed off on a couple of songs. John Galbraith and Ethel Sterling missed their cues. Dick Breen glued the joints together. And this is Jack Webb. Give us another chance next Wednesday night at 9:30, will you? Good night, gang. See you then.
Tongue firmly in cheek, the Jack Webb Show, 79 years ago, April 18th, 1946. You can tell he has a sense of comedy timing. It didn't come through well on this show, but if you look at some of the stuff he's done since, there are some comedy things he's done on, I believe, Jack Benny's show, and of course, the infamous Copper Clapper Caper on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. April 18th, 1946, 79 years ago, Jack Webb here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream. Up next, Fibber McGee and Molly.
Let's look ahead to 1966, and there you are in your beautiful new home. You've got automatic gadgets everywhere. There's a sparkling new dream car in your garage. The youngsters are in a fine college. All's right with the world. Is this just an idle dream? No, this is a real future that you can start building right now. A secure, carefree, prosperous future built with United States savings bonds. In 10 years, you will get back $4 for every $3 you've invested. Join the payroll savings plan where you work, or buy bonds where you bank. Start in 1956 to make 1966 the beginning of the golden years.
Yesterday on the podcast, we presented Fibber McGee and Molly's 5th anniversary show. Today, we're going to have another special episode of Fibber McGee and Molly. This is when Molly returned from illness, so we're going to go back 86 years to April 18th, 1939, for an episode of the Johnson Wax Program.
The Johnson Wax Program. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Marion and Jim Jordan as Fibber McGee and Molly.
Thank you, everybody. My, it's nice to be back.
Well, it's nice to have you back, Molly.
Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Wilcox? I want to go to work.
All right, Molly. We also have Donald Novis, the Four Notes, and Billy Mills Orchestra. The show opens with Fine and Dandy. Here is a sure way to banish your spring cleaning blues. Let Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat put a grand shine on your floors and linoleum without any rubbing or buffing. There's no work to it at all, you know. You just pour the Glow Coat onto the clean floor, spread it around with a cloth or the long-handled applier, and in 20 minutes it dries to a beautiful glowing finish. Now, there's a special sale at your dealers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat right now.
You can get both the regular wax and glow coat in giant-size cans. When you buy a pound, you get a pound and 1/3. When you buy a pint, you get a pint and 1/3. Now, this sale is for a limited time only, so if you want to get 1/3 more for the regular price, we suggest that you phone your dealer the first thing tomorrow morning or go to the store and ask for Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat in the special money-saving giant-size cans. Well, folks, as you all know by now, Molly is home again. And after looking over the household bills accumulated during her absence, she's a trifle flabbergasted. And here in the living room at 79 Wistful Vista, we find the defendant and the plaintiff in the case of income versus outgo, Fibber McGee and Molly.
McGee, look at this milk bill. What on earth have you been doing? Sprinkling the lawn with it?
That is a little high, ain't it? What say we get a cow?
Why, who'd milk it?
Oh, you got to milk 'em?
No, you just leave some empty bottles around the barn and then go out in the morning and rob the cow's nest. Do you have to milk 'em? And how about this electric light bill?
Oh, is that high, too?
Is it high? Well, look at it. Looks like the annual report of the TVA.
Well, I was up late a couple of nights reading. You don't want me to be ignorant on current events, do you?
No, but what events have been worth this much current? Now, look here, dearie. Answer the door.
Okay.
Insurance man, 45 cents, please.
45 cents for insurance? McGee, what is this? Plate glass insurance on your Diamond Lodge pin?
Now, listen, Molly, I took this out while you was gone. It's great stuff. You see, for only 45 cents a week, you get a complete coverage on being struck by lightning, being lost at sea, and tell her the other features, Bud.
Oh, yes, do.
Well, madam, this policy also covers you against capture by Chinese bandits, accidental injury from harpoons, submarine collisions, runaway camels, falling pyramids, stratosphere sickness, and double indemnity for being bitten by a Mediterranean fruit fly.
Imagine that, Molly, all for 45 cents. I wanted a clause in there to cover us against being knocked out by the Sunday paper, but that would have been another 10 cents a week.
Well, oh, that's wonderful. Does it protect us against getting our fingers pinched in the encyclopedia?
No, madam, that would require a physical examination.
Shall I give him the 45 cents, Molly?
Sure, give it to him. Then run out and round up a couple of Mediterranean fruit flies. Hungry ones, mind you.
Here you are, Bud, 45 cents.
Oh, thanks. You'll never regret this, folks. Why, just last week, one of our policyholders, a bellboy, collected $9.32 for getting his left ear caught in a keyhole.
Well, I suppose if there'd have been twin beds in the room, he'd have got double indemnity. Well, good day to you, sir.
You don't think I was wrong taking out that policy, do you, Molly?
Oh, no, McGee. It was a lovely stroke of business. In fact, we can put in a claim right away.
Huh? Claim on what?
Capture by Chinese bandits.
Huh?
Look at this laundry bill.
Oh, I don't think that'd work, Molly. My shirts couldn't stand a physical examination. They'd flunk the butt analysis. Don't you get it, Molly? I says they'd flunk.
It ain't funny, McGee.
Oh.
But now let's get down to business. We've got to work out a budget. I'll keep the books.
Swell. I'll run downtown and get a set of books and a sample budget. Shouldn't cost more than two.
I'll answer, dearie.
Okay.
79 Wistful Vista, Molly McGee speaking. To whom am I speaking with, please? Who? Mert who?
Oh, that's Mert, the telephone operator, Molly. I'll talk to her.
Oh, no, you won't.
Huh?
What was it you wanted, please? Mr. McGee is busy right now.
Oh, I am not.
He is, too. I mean, what? Oh, you'll call him later on. All right, dearie. Goodbye.
Be it ever so humble, there's no place like home.
McGee.
Huh?
Who's Mert?
Oh, she's just a telephone operator. I never met her. Just talked to her on the phone. Just kidded with her and stuff like that there.
I see.
Honest, Molly, don't you believe me? Wait a minute. Folks, them of you who've listened to our other shows, will you please write and tell Molly that I ain't ever seen this Mert? Tell her that I never had it.
All right, McGee, let it go. I believe you.
Okay.
But now, speaking of operators, look at this telephone bill.
Huh?
$34. Can't Europe settle its own problems? Did you have to call them up and give them advice?
What you mean, Molly?
Why, we've got to cut down on using the telephone.
Okay, let's have it taken out. I'll build a little coop up on the roof and we can use carrier pigeons.
You think their cooing would help our billing? You was always one to go to extremes. Now, you run down and get some bookkeeping ledgers.
Okay, I'll call a couple of taxicabs right away.
A couple of taxicabs?
Sure, I gotta come back, ain't I?
Sometimes I doubt the necessity. You'll take the streetcar.
Okay, but that's false economy, Molly. It's a waste of time, and time is money.
Go on now. It'll do you good to ride the streetcar and rub shoulders with the common people.
I guess you ain't rode on the streetcar lately, Molly. It ain't your shoulders that gets rubbed. I'll be back in a little while, and then we can start.
Hello, Fibber. And hello, Molly.
Oh, hi, Billy.
Hello, Mr. Mills.
How would you like to hear Don Nova sing? You're the only one for me.
Oh, that'll be nice. Isn't that the Irish number he sung with Ronald Coleman in Bulldog Drummond?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Bulldog Drummond, eh? Well, take off his muzzle, Billy, and let him howl. I gotta run downtown and buy some bookkeeping stuff.
Well, trot along, McGee. What are you waiting for?
Ain't you gonna kiss me goodbye?
Oh, of course, dearie.
Goodbye.
Oh, are you leaving too, Billy?
No, he ain't. He's got to stay and play for Don. Go ahead, fellas. You're the one for me.
Well, imagine this. I found a budget book.
Yeah.
Very good one, too. Yours for only $3.
Okay, here you are. Don't wrap it up. I got to be going, Boomer.
Yes, well, so have I. Here comes the owner. And might be a trifle embarrassing to explain what I'm doing behind this counter.
Hey. Can you imagine that? And I thought he was working in there. The crook. Well, let's see what's in this budget book anyway. Husband's clothing per year, $1,200. Say, that's great. I ought to get a nice outfit for that.
Say, buddy, can you spare a dime for a cup of coffee?
Wait till I look at my budget, bud. Oh, yeah, charities per year, $350. Well, I might as well clear that up for the year. Here's $100, bud. I'll meet you here tomorrow noon and give you the other $250.
All right, but don't keep me waiting. I'm going to the races.
Okay, bud. Now, let's see. Wife's clothing per year, $1,500. Boy, won't Molly be happy at that? This is a wonderful book. Gee, I never thought we could do it.
Well, how do you do, Mr. McGee? Oh, it's so nice to see you.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Uppington. Where are you going in such a hurry?
Oh, I must get down to the caterer's, Mr. McGee. You see, I'm giving a tea, and I must get some advice about the hors d'oeuvres.
Oh.
Why, do you know the anchovies I bought simply refused to respond to the curling iron?
Oh, yes. Oh, curling the anchovies, eh? Some stuff. How do you get the toothpicks into the little sausages, Uppy? With a bow and arrow?
Oh, now, Mr. McGee, I'm afraid you're twitting me, really.
I twitted myself with that one.
Oh, and that reminds me, I'm so glad Mrs. McGee has returned. Do tell her to come to my tea on Wednesday. Just a simple, homey affair. Only 60 or 70 people invited, you know.
Oh, that sounds very chummy. Where are you holding it? At home or in the Yale Bowl?
How very amusing. The Yale Bowl. Oh,
yes, it is that, ain't it? I can just see some old mug in a frock coat plunging around your left end with a piece of cake. Well, I'll tell Molly, Uppy, and much obliged. She'll be glad to get a free meal now on account of we're on a budget.
Oh, really? How fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been through that budgeting nuisance myself, you know. Even now, I often say to myself, Abigail, you naughty girl. Not another string of pearls until next week. Well, so nice to have seen you again, Mr. McGee. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Not another string of pearls till next week. Wonder if she realizes how many oysters she's throwing out of work. I'll see this budget book again. Allowance for...
Hello, Fibber. Started your budget yet?
I just got the book, Billy. You see? And we're going to come out a lot better than we thought.
Oh, that's swell.
Yeah, for instance, according to this book, we can spend $3,600 a year for groceries. Now, our grocery bill has never been over $700 or $800 before. That's quite a saving, ain't it?
Yes, you ought to finish the year with a mighty nice little deficit.
I'll say so. And believe me, we ain't going to touch that deficit except in case of emergency.
Where are you going now?
Shopping. I'm going to buy our clothes for the whole year now and get it over with, see? This budget allows me $1,200 and Molly $1,500. That's more clothes than we ever had in our lives. That's wonderful, ain't it? And if it hadn't been for this little budget book, we'd have never been able to have done it.
Well, can't you wait a minute and hear the four notes sing the Hawaiian War Chant?
No, I can't, Billy, but I got a lot of shopping to do, you know. But you go ahead and play it. Folks, the four notes singing the Hawaiian War Chant. Take it, kids.
Tahuai, tahua, huai, eo hene lahi, pili tui lua, utu tui loa, ite toe toe, anuli poi tapalehi. There is an island in the blue Pacific. Those who have seen it say it is terrific. When the natives walk along, you can hear them sing a song, anuli poi tapalehi. Auwe, taua, auwe, taua. First you wiggle, then you stomp your foot and glide away. Then you clap your hands and wiggle as you slide away. Add a little hula to a wicky wacky. That's how Hawaiians go to war. Ta-oh, ita hua hua ila. Hey, oh, hey, la, ipili toi lua la. Utu tui lua, ita toe toe. Anuli poi tapalehi. Ta hua ita hua hua i. Hey, oh, hey, la, ipili tui lua. Utu loa, ita to te away. Anuli poi tapalehi. Ta hua ita hua hua i. Hey, oh, hey, la, ipili tui lua. Utu loa, ita to away. Anuli poi tapalehi. Anuli poi tapalehi. Taita hua huai, eo hene lahi, pili tui lua, utu tui loa, ite toe toe, anuli poi tapalehi. That's how Hawaiians go to war. Anuli poi tapalehi, tapalehi, tapalehi.
Oh, boy, all our shopping done for the whole year now. Gee, will Molly be tickled. $1,500 worth of clothes. Boy, I hope she likes her hats. Oh, hello there, little girl.
Hi, mister.
Well, move your tricycle and let me by, will you? I got to get into the house. You live around here?
Sure I do, I betcha.
Where? I says where? Where do you live?
With my mama.
Well, where does your mama live?
With Papa. We all live there.
Where? I said, oh, shucks. We're right back where we started.
Oh, have we been someplace?
No, we ain't.
Well, then how can we be back?
That you could... Oh, forget it. What's your name, little girl?
Teeny.
Teeny. Well, that's a cute name.
Sure it is, I betcha.
Don't you live in that house on the corner?
Oh, you mean the brown one with the brick porch?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Say, mister, you know what?
No, what? I says what?
Did you see my pop at the playground last night?
No, I didn't. What was your father doing at a kid's playground at night?
Well, I bet you he was there, I bet you.
Huh?
He said so on the telephone this morning.
He did?
Yeah. He said, boy, we sure were swinging last night, weren't we, Charlie?
Where'd you say you live, little girl?
Right over there.
Oh, in that house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then you're the little girl whose mama is... Say, I got some news for you, little girl. I met somebody downtown, and they told me you just got a new little baby sister.
Oh, Oh, gee, Honor.
Yes, sir. Ain't that great?
Oh, that's dandy, I bet you.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta go now. Give me a push, will you, mister?
Sure. Where are you going?
I'm going down to the hospital and tell Mama. Gee, will she be surprised? Goodbye, mister.
I bet her mom will be surprised, all right, but I never knew a surprise party yet that the host didn't know about long beforehand. Let's see, where'd I put that budget book now before... Oh, yes. Hey, Molly, I done it. I got the budget book, and that ain't all.
What?
I done all our shopping for the whole year. Boy, is that a wonderful budget.
What?
$1,500 for your clothes,
Yeah.
$1,200 for my clothes, charity $346.
Hold it, McGee, hold it. Calm down. Heavenly day.
Yeah, but look, Molly, look at this budget. It's marvelous.
Quiet, Tiggernuts. There's something funny here. Let me see that book.
Okay, here. You see where it says about the charity?
McGee,
Huh?
this budget is for an income of $20,000.
Why, sure. What? It is? You mean I got to make $20,000 this year to pay for all? Oh, well, what's the difference? I can handle it. I got the whole world ahead of me.
Oh, you have you?
Yeah.
That isn't the world in front of you, dearie.
What you mean?
You're behind the 8 ball.
Oh, sorry.
Fibber and Molly will be back in just a moment. And now, I want to ask a question. Haven't you noticed that at this time of year, everything in the house seems to be badly in need of a spring tonic? Floors, furniture, and woodwork are just waiting for a gleaming coat of Johnson's wax to make them beautiful as new again. Well, right now is the time to buy Johnson's wax and Johnson's self-polishing glow coat, too. By acting at once, you can get giant-sized cans of both wax and glow coat at the same price you usually pay for a pint or a pound. These giant cans contain a pint and 1/3, or a pound and 1/3 at no extra cost. You'll save money by taking advantage of this special sale of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat. Don't delay, for when these giant-sized cans are gone, there won't be any more. Ask tomorrow morning without fail for Johnson's giant-sized cans at your hardware, grocery, paint, drug, or department store.
Hey, Molly.
Yes?
Are you still, am I, do you forgive me for making a mistake and buying all that there silly stuff?
Oh, sure. We all make mistakes, dearie. But now after this, don't be so extravagant.
Well, I guess I have been at that.
Yes.
Matter of fact, that ain't all.
What?
I got into a pretty stiff poker game the other night, too.
Oh, why, that's terrible.
I won $13.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, inviting you all to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
86 years ago, April 18th, 1939, Fibber McGee and Molly, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll go back 89 years in a moment for the adventures of Jungle Jim.
Our religious institutions are strongholds of the American way of life. Our country was founded by men who had faith in God and who were willing to endure hardship and sacrifice for the sake of that faith. Today, the religious institutions in your community need your interest and support. So take an active part in religious affairs. Your pastor, rabbi, or priest will give you invaluable family counsel and aid if you are a newcomer to the community. To face the problems of the future, America must be morally strong. And that moral strength comes through worship and faith. Go to church this week and take someone with you.
We wrap up this Friday Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of The Adventures of Jungle Jim. It was a weekly that convinced people to go read the funny papers, and that's what it's all about. 89 years ago, April 18th, 1936.
Presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. Last week, Jungle Jim notified the hotel manager of the mysterious shooting of the Chinese messenger Lo Tung and assured him that if the authorities had any questions, they could find him at his camp just outside the town. As Jim neared his camp, an airplane roared over his head and landed close to his tent. When he reached it, Shanghai Lil, dressed in flying togs, was waiting to talk to him. The thrilling adventures of Jungle Jim are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue our story. Patrick O'Shaughnessy Flynn is just about to close up his cafe for the night when the door opens and a police lieutenant enters.
Good evening, Flynn.
Ah, Lieutenant. I wish you the same. And what can I be serving you with?
Nothing but some information. This visit is in the line of duty.
Is it now? And what laws have I been accused of breaking, if I may be so bold as to ask?
Have you been here in your cafe all evening?
Most of it, sir.
Now tell me exactly how you spent this evening.
Well, let's see now. Do you want me to start before me supper, with me supper, or after I ate it?
Oh, after supper will do.
Then after supper it'll be. As soon as I'd finished, I filled up me darling clay pipe here, and I started to polish up me glasses until I should get some customers. I tell you, Lieutenant, you've no idea the amount of work it is to keep these here glasses all shined and...
Oh, well, never mind that. You polished the glasses, then what?
Whilst I was working away and sort of totally owling to myself, the door opens. And who should come in but me old friend Jungle Jim Bradley.
Now we're getting somewhere. Be careful now and tell me exactly what conversation took place between you and Bradley.
Yes, sir. We greets each other and passes the time of day like, and then Jim, he asked me if I have any mail for him. I says no, I hadn't, and then I suddenly remembers the letter little lemon-faced Lo Tung left for him.
Oh, so you knew something about the Chinese?
Oh, I only knew that he hung around me cafe for a couple of days without saying anything, but give me a small beer, please.
What was this letter you say he left for Bradley?
I'm coming to that, sir. You see, I tried to get a message for Jim out of him. He said he'd been told he could meet Jim here and that he couldn't give me the message.
But he left it in the letter for Jungle Jim.
That's what I thought, too, sir, until Jim reads the letter out to me.
Now, what do you mean by that, Flynn?
The letter was as ununderstandable as the talk of the little yellow fella.
Why? Was it in Chinese?
No, sir. It was spelled out in the King's English right enough. But it didn't give us no more hint as to what he was doing around here than we knew before.
Why? What did it say?
The note told Jim it was terrible important for him to meet Lo Tung at his room in the hotel. And Jim was to make sure he wasn't followed.
So the two of you went to the hotel to meet the Chinese. That's why you weren't here all evening.
Yes and no.
Now explain yourself, Flynn.
That I was at the hotel for a few minutes, yes. But that the two of us went to meet the Chinese, no. Jim went by himself.
When did you go?
Well, after he had been gone a little time, I gets to thinking. I says to myself, Patrick O'Shaughnessy, suppose Jungle Jim's walking into a trap. That letter asked him to make sure he wasn't followed, and so...
And so you went up to the hotel. Did you go straight to the room of Lo Tung?
I did that.
Did you hear anything out of the ordinary as you approached it?
In a manner of speaking, I did, sir.
You heard angry voices?
I did not. It was a shot I heard, just as I reached the top of the stairs.
When you got to the room, Was the door locked or unlocked?
Let me see. I knocked and hollered, all right, Jim. And then Jim, he hollered out he was, and for me to wait a minute.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. Bradley asked you to wait a minute, did he? Why?
Why, because he had to come to the door to let me in. I remember now. Jim unlocked it and let me in. Then he locked it again.
I see. How long a time elapsed between the time Bradley answered you and he opened the door?
Oh, sure, it was only a bit of a minute, sir. Why, you ain't thinking...
Never mind what I'm thinking. What happened after you entered the room?
I nearly jumped out of me skin to see the Chinese, Lord have mercy on him, lying flat on his back on the floor and the blood staining his nice white Panama suit.
Did you ask Bradley what had happened?
I did that. Them was me first words. And he said whilst they was talking, a shot come through the window and struck the yellow fella.
Why was the door locked during the interview?
As near as I can make out, Lieutenant, the Chinese was mortal afraid of someone. Jim said before they started to talk at all, the Oriental looks out in the hall and then locks the door.
What was the subject of this interview?
Well, you see, won't you be having a drop of something, Lieutenant?
No, not while I am on official business. Answer me. What was the subject of this interview?
Well, it seems they didn't rightly get around to the subject, sir. It was an opening skirmish like. Neither had seen the other before, mind you, and each was sizing the other up a bit before divulging too much, if you know what I mean.
Yes, of course.
'Tis glad I am to hear that, sir.
Now, Flynn, did you examine the body of Low Tongue?
I did not, but Jim did.
Did he open the dead man's shirt?
No. There was no need. Jim felt no heartbeats and saw his eyes was staring, and then he called the manager, Bill Wyman.
But neither of you opened the dead man's shirt?
No, sir.
Sure about that?
I'll take me oath on it.
Then how did that purple triangle get stamped over his heart?
Purple triangle?
Yes.
Faith, I never saw a purple triangle in me life, much less on a heathen Chinese chest.
Well, there was one there when we examined him after you and your vagabond friend left.
You don't say.
I do say. And I'll say something else. You'd better stay pretty close to town for a while, Flynn. There may be some further questions we'd like to ask you after we talk to Jungle Jim Bradley.
Flynn.
What's up, Bill?
Lieutenant.
What's the matter, Mr. Wyman?
Both of you, come up to the hotel quickly. Lily DeVrille's native boy, Mamba, is running amok.
Meanwhile, the little motorboat of the Reverend Chalmers makes its way down the river toward Burawani.
Are you all right, Dad?
Yes, my dear. I'm all right.
I'll steer the boat now if you'd like me to.
No, I think I can hang on a while longer, Lynn, thanks.
I wish there was something I could do for you, Dad. Is the pain any better?
No. It's about the same. Lynn, dear, if anything should happen to me, promise me that you'll go directly to your mother. You won't hang about Burawani.
Oh, Dad, nothing must happen to you. You've got to be all right. You've just got to.
The Lord's will be done, my dear. If he says come home, I can but obey his last command, as I've obeyed his first. Go thou and preach my gospel to all nations.
What's the matter, Dad? Why did you twitch up like that?
Just a sort of twinge, dear. I'm all right now, Lynn.
Oh, I'm so worried about you. Hadn't you better lie down and let me steer?
No, dear. You aren't familiar with the river as I am, and heaven knows I'm no expert. I'm hoping to last until we get to Burawani. But, dear, you haven't given me your promise that anything should happen. If the final call comes to me, you will go directly to your mother in Shanghai.
If you leave me, Dad, I'll go back to Mother.
That's a good girl. That's my daughter.
I know what you're thinking. That I'd throw myself at Jungle Jim. Well, I won't. I may love him, but I've got some pride, Dad.
I'm sure you have. If Jim should find himself in love with you, my dear, I'll not deny it would give me great pleasure to give you both my blessing and to call Jim son. But I know you've too much dignity and pride to attempt to bring that about.
Don't worry. If Jim were the last man on earth, he'd have to do the proposing as far as I'm concerned.
Good. Let me see that map for a moment.
Here it is.
Yes, now, here we are. And there's Crocodile Bay over there. See the water? Foaming with lashing tails? Well, I'm glad to get past this place with our engine going full speed.
So am I. And I'm glad there's a moon so we can see our course.
Yes, my dear. We'll need all its beams to guide us through the channel among the submerged rocks. How's the petrol holding out?
Half full, Dad. How far are we from the channel you were speaking of?
Round the next bend, Lynn. The river straightens out for a stretch. There'll be a rocky point on either side of us, forming a sort of gateway. When we pass between those points, we'll be entering the channel.
Then we ought to be almost at Bora One.
No, the channel marks the halfway of our journey.
Then hadn't I better relieve you for a while, Dad? You've never left the brothers since we started.
No, I'll be all right, my dear. We're coming to the bend. There we go down the bend. And there, straight ahead, are the rocky points. See them, Lynn?
Yes, Dad.
Pray that we reach Borwani, Lynn.
Dad, what's the matter? Oh, Daddy! Daddy! Oh, dear Lord, if ever I needed thy help, I need it now. Please get me to Borwani so I can get Dad to a doctor. Amen.
Puzzled by the mysterious murder of the Chinese messenger Lo Tung, Jungle Jim has enough on his mind without being bothered by Shanghai Lil, whom he found waiting at his camp. So he stalks into his tent, and after lighting the lamp, gets out his favorite pipe. Lil follows him into the tent.
Well, you might ask a lady to sit down.
Sit down if you like.
You might be more gracious. But perhaps it's the surprise of seeing me here.
To say I'm surprised at finding you here would be putting it mildly. Well, what can I do for you now?
Oh, you can't do anything for me, Jim. This time I'm doing you a favor.
Don't make me laugh, Lil.
If you're going to laugh, do it while you can. I came to warn you, Jim. Your life is in great danger.
My life is usually in danger. What of it?
This is a special danger, Jim. I flew here to warn you because I love you.
Oh, I see. You're my danger.
Oh, joke if you want to, Jim, but you can't joke about this. I believe a Chinese was killed tonight while talking to you.
Why, how?
And telling you that you were wanted by the American consul of Shanghai. Isn't that true?
Yes. But how do you know all this?
I know more, Jim. I knew that Lo Tung was about to suggest taking you to Shanghai.
Lily DeVril.
You were to die mysteriously on shipboard.
How could you possibly know all this?
I'll explain that later.
So it was all a frame-up. The American consul story was just a decoy to get me away.
No, the United States consul does want to see you, Jim, for an urgent reason. That much is true.
Say, what kind of a game is this? I think I'll write the consul at Shanghai and ask him to give me the straight dope.
Well, there's not time enough for letters to get there and back, Jim. I'm telling you the truth. You're wanted by him, all right. You must leave at once. There's no time to be lost.
Why, the next boat for Shanghai won't leave for a week.
I know, but I'll take you there in my plane. The sooner we leave, the better.
You'll fly me to Shanghai?
Yes, Jim.
Say, is this another trick of yours?
This time I'm on the level. You know I love you.
I can't help remembering a few tricks you pulled in the past, Lil. This great love you say you have for me didn't stop you then. I don't see what difference it could make now.
Oh, I don't blame you for being suspicious, Jim. But I think I've made up for all the trouble and pain I've caused you.
How? By coming here with this warning? By offering to fly me to Shanghai?
Partly. But for a greater reason than either of these.
Well, what's this great atonement of yours, Lil?
I think it will prove I'm on the level. And it will explain how I know what happened tonight.
Well?
Jim, Lo Tung was shocked at my request.
Will Jungle Jim fly with Lily DeVril to the American consul at Shanghai? The exciting adventures you have just heard dramatized are pictured in full-color action pictures in the current issue of the Comic Weekly, the big Comic Weekly distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper everywhere. A new feature is now presented each week. It is called Heroes of American History and picturizes the careers of great men and women in the story of our country. There is also all of the famous characters who live in the world of color pictures, bringing up Father, Skippy, the Little King, Barney Google, the Katzenjammer Kids, and many, many others. Don't forget our date next week, same time, same station, for a continuation of the adventures of Jungle Jim.
89 years ago, April 18th, 1936, The Adventures of Jungle Jim, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage, classicradio.stream, and we will see you tomorrow for drama with Big Town Dragnet. We will have the Screen Directors Playhouse Humoresque with Tallulah Bankhead and The Couple Next Door. See you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.